So today, right here in the state of Maryland, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be 48 degrees, partly sunny. Feels like 61 degrees. There will be mostly sunny skies. The high will be 59 degrees. The yellow of air quality with 54. Wind 3 miles per hour. I'll say it again. Wind 3 miles per hour. Humidity more than 60%. Visibility 8.70 mile. Pressure 30.3 inch. And finally with the dew point 38 degrees. And notice it's going to be Thanksgiving on Thursday with 45 degrees. But now today it's going to be 48 degrees, partly sunny, with feels like 61 degrees. That's right here in the state of Maryland, all over. Now let's go over to the HD high definition Doppler radar. We're going to skip the radar observation because there is no rain or snow. And as you can see here, it's empty and quiet. Moving on to the wind. So right here in the wind, in the state of Maryland, with this map, mostly we're definitely showing the color of blue. The full blue. If you live in Garrett County, you will have it's going to be more than 10 miles per hour with the green. With the numbers. So showing in BWI Airport, showing 6 miles per hour. Same thing in Hagerstown. 8 in Frederick. Dublin 7. Easton 10. Same thing in Lexington Park. 7 in Pocomoke City. And we do have in Garrett County and these Maryland cities of Garrett showing it's going to be nearly 20 miles per hour. With tomorrow, with the wind, it's going to be mostly of the sky blue, almost white. So that's going to be a lower of these numbers. Even during Thanksgiving, around Thursday, November 27th, showing it's going to be the blue and green. So it's going to be more than 10 miles per hour. And some are going to be nearly 20 miles per hour. Indeed, that we're going to be showing nearly 20 miles per hour. And even with more than 10 miles per hour. So they're going to be the wind during the Thanksgiving day. The clouds. Clouds are showing in Frederick County, Carroll County, Washington County, Baltimore County, Cecil and Harford County, even Kent County. Clouds will be moving. So we have a little bit of clouds going in the different directions. We will say that the clouds are going to be on the southeast, are going down diagonally. So diagonally, ladies and gentlemen, the clouds are going to be moving on the southeast. The humidity. Humidity we are definitely showing with 80% even right here at BWI Airport. And even at the cities. Dublin, 83%. So that's more than 80%. In fact, Baltimore and Dublin showing 80% more. Other than that, so we do have nearly 80% in Easton, Lexington Park. More than 70% in Hagerstown, Frederick. Cumberland showing 2 inch closer to 70%. More than 60% in Salisbury and Pocomoke City. Of course, we do have full blue, light blue, and dark blue. So that's today with these percentage numbers. Tomorrow will be the full blue with more than 70%, 90%, and even nearly 80%. And don't forget about 80%. Regardless, will be blue. So that's the humidity. During Thanksgiving, with these percentage, we are going to be having the color green during Thanksgiving Day. Some are going to be 60%, 70%, nearly 60%, and more than 60% as well. And we do have on the other side of Maryland and even in Ocean City showing the blue with 70%. In the meantime, we're definitely showing the full blue. So that's going to be with 90%, 80%, nearly 100%. So that's during the Sunday, which is going to be today. The visibility that we're showing the gray of more than 12.40. And with these numbers, we're showing of mostly of the nearly 30 mile, 20 mile, more than 30 mile, and so on. So that's today. And then tomorrow will be the gray of another nearly 30 mile. So that's mostly 30 mile. That's still gray. During Thanksgiving, we're going to be showing mostly of the more than 30 mile. And we do have some are going to be nearly 30 mile. The sea level pressure, we are showing 30 inch. And we do have some are going to be nearly 30 inch, like in Hagerstown, Maryland. If you live in Hagerstown, Maryland, you will have are going to be with 1 inch closer to 30 inch. So we have 30 inch mostly just for today, and tomorrow will be the orange and light orange will be mostly of the 30 inch. So that's more than 30 inch. So we're going to have that on the sea level pressure right here in Maryland. With Thanksgiving on Thursday, November 27th, we are going to be showing the lower of less than 30 inch. And we do have nearly 30 inch. So regardless, you can call it showing the 30, less than 30 inch and nearly 30 inch. So that's going to be an inch closer during Thanksgiving. The dew point, we are showing the green of mostly of 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Cumberland showing 1 inch closer to 40 degrees. So, like we've been telling you, we're going to have the green. And then tomorrow will be the blue with mostly of the more than 30 degrees. And we do have nearly 40 degrees. With Thanksgiving Day on Thursday, November 27th, we are going to be having with the light blue, light green, and full green. So we are going to be having, we do have Cumberland showing nearly 30 degrees. More than 30s, some in Maryland, where you live. And we do have nearly 50s like in Salisbury and Pocomoke City. 40s in Easton and Lexington Park. So that's during the Thanksgiving. And ladies and gentlemen, if we move to 5 o'clock, let's say if you have dinner around 7 p.m. So at 7 p.m., we are going to be having the purple of some are going to be more than 20 degrees, nearly 30 degrees, nearly 20 degrees. So that's during Thanksgiving. And let's say if you have an early dinner around 5 p.m. So it's still gonna be have same numbers and same colors with purple. The air quality, we are gonna be showing an air quality with 55 moderate. So that's definitely yellow. The air quality is accepted. However, members of sensitive groups may be at risk. Limited activities is sensitive. Close windows and doors. So we're going to have the yellow of moderate. So we do have 50s mostly. Nearly 50s. During tomorrow, we are going to be having the green and yellow. So green is good. Yellow is moderate. Of course, the numbers. Some are going to be on the 40s, nearly 50s, more than 50s. The pollen. The good news, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have no pollen. We do have 1 in Baltimore, Dublin, 4. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the temperatures are going to be all right, here we go. So temperatures are going to be on the 50s. So that's today. And of course, it's going to be cold. So during morning nights, we have that are going to be the 30s all over in the state of Maryland. So it's definitely cold. And then tomorrow with the temperatures are going to be the still blue. I mean green, sorry. So I'll say it again. Temperatures are going to be on the green, with some are going to be 40s, nearly 50s. And then even during the Thanksgiving Day around Thursday, we're going to be having full green with mostly of the 50s, nearly 60s. If you have Thanksgiving around 5 or 4 p.m., so around 5 p.m., it's going to be mostly up the 40s. And let's say if you do Thanksgiving dinner around 7 p.m., so it's going to be nearly 40 degrees and more than 40s. So that's around 8 p.m. And if you have Thanksgiving around 6 p.m., it's going to be more than 40s. Or if you have a Thanksgiving early around 4 p.m., you will have, it's going to be the same numbers, which is going to be 40s. So for today, all over in the state of Maryland with Perryville, Frederick, Oakland, Cumberland, Hagerstown, Westminster, Washington, D.C., Annapolis, Bel Air, Elton, Rock Hall, and Easton. So we are showing with mostly of the 40s. And we do have 50s in Cumberland, Washington, Easton. Nearly 50s in Frederick, Hagerstown, Westminster, Annapolis, and Rock Hall. Of course, we have 40s in Perryville, Frederick, Oakland, Bel Air, and Elton. Of course, we do have mostly sunnies. So we have mostly sunnies in Frederick, Cumberland, Hagerstown, Washington, D.C., Annapolis, and Rock Hall. Partly sunny in Perryville, Bel Air, and Elton. We do have cloudies with one location, which is in Oakland. One location is going to be sunny, which is in Easton. One location are going to be showing mostly cloudy, which is in Westminster. With the historical weather, so we're showing with the historical weather, which is going to be today, around November of 23rd, with daily high 59, historical daily high 53 degrees, daily low 42, historical daily low 39. Around Thanksgiving Day, around November 27th, you will have, it's going to be daily high 45, historical daily high 54, daily low 32, historical daily low 39. So with the last 12 months, with sunny, rain, clouds, and so on. So with the sunnies, will be 53.20%, rain 30%. And the good news is, ladies and gentlemen, that there are no snow, but however, we do have snow with 1.70%. Cloudy, 15.10%. So with the rain, with the average of 0.12 inch, record showing 1.24 inch with the year of 2011. With the snow, average nothing with the inch. Record showing 0.30 inch with the year of 1989. Humidity with average of 70.37%. The record showing 96.84% with the year of 1999. The wind 7 miles per hour. Record showing 12.20 miles per hour with the year of 2002. Record high more than 70 degrees with the year of 1979. Record low showing 23 degrees with the year of 1970. Average high with 53 degrees. Average low 39 degrees. Over here with the climate informations with 12 months and all years, with the hottest months will be around July with the last 12 months and even with all years. With coldest months, which is around January, with 2 Januaries with last 12 months and all years. Wettest month around with the July of last 12 months and August with all years. Windest month, the January of last 12 months and March of all years. Over here with the daily summary with the last 12 months. Average temperature with the Fahrenheit degrees with the max of more than 100 degrees. Average 68 and 20 minutes. Low temperature 81 max, 51 average, 8 minutes. Precipitation 2.53 max, 0.19 average, no minutes. And finally with the wind with the miles per hour with 16.10 max, 6.14 average, just 1 minute. So before we're going to move on to the forecast, and even during the Thanksgiving showing around Thursday, we're going to go over to the weather details. So as you can see here, check this out. So we have a temperature around 49 with the rising with the peak of 59 degrees around 2 p.m. Overnight of low of 42 degrees around 7 a.m. The feels like 61 degrees and the temperatures will be 49 degrees. The comparable feel warmer than an actual temperature due to the humidity. Cloud cover with partly sunny with 40%, steady with a mostly clear sky at around 10:18 a.m. Clear sky expected in the evening. We do have no precipitations. The rain expected on Tuesday. Today has been similar precipitation as yesterday until right here, right now. The wind with the 5 miles per hour wind speed, 13 miles per hour wind gust. Humidity, 80% relative humidity. 43 degrees dew point. Normal with the decreasing with the low of 58% at 2 p.m. UV will be around 2. The maximum UV exposure for today will be the lower. Expected will be at noon. Air quality index with the moderate of 54 that we've been showing you earlier with these HD Doppler radar. Pollen, the good news is we just have one with the main allergy grass. Low, similar to yesterday, main allergy grass. The visibility will be 8.10 mile, excellent, improving with a peak visibility distance of 28 mile expected at 1 p.m. Pressure will be 30.3, then fall slowly in the last 3 hours, expected to fall in the next 3 hours. With the moon phase, 10% phase of moon, so that's waxing crescent. The next full moon will be December 4th. The moon rise around 10:14 a.m. 7:10 p.m. moon set. We know, ladies and gentlemen, that today will be 48 degrees, partly sunny, even though it's going to be nearly 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And then tomorrow it's going to be sunny, will be 55 degrees. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's the rest of the forecast, including Thanksgiving Day for all of you family in the state of Maryland. Tuesday, with 52 degrees, rain. Wednesday, 64 degrees, partly sunny. And then Thursday, during Thanksgiving, will be around mostly sunny. So that's Thursday of November 27th. Hope you ladies and gentlemen will enjoy the Thanksgiving Day for all of you family in the state of Maryland. Moving on. Friday will be 40 degrees, sunny. Saturday, mostly sunny with 42 degrees. And finally, with next Sunday will be 50 degrees. So, with Thursday, so let's say, ladies and gentlemen, if you can enjoy Thanksgiving around 4 p.m. So that's going to be an early Thanksgiving. So that's 4 p.m. sunny with 43 degrees. And around 6 p.m. for a Thanksgiving day for all your family, like early or late, 6 p.m. 39 degrees. And around, if you have Thanksgiving around late times, around 8 p.m. or 10 p.m., it's going to be 36 degrees and 35 degrees. So I hope you ladies and gentlemen will enjoy a happy Thanksgiving for all of you family to yours all over in the state of Maryland.